Skandar here for the Bishop Buzz. In this segment, I've got a real treat. I've got two local mountain guides that just did something pretty spectacular. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Jed Porter. I live here in Bishop.
My name is Ian McEleney. I live in Mammoth.
So, what was the objective that you guys succeeded in?
Well, we made the first winter ascent of the complete Palisade Traverse.
Okay. And Jed, how long did that take?
We were 5 days car to car, 4 nights out.
Wow. So, and when did you guys do this? Pretty recently?
Just last week, we finished the 2nd of March.
And so has this been attempted many times, Ian?
You know, it's hard to say. At least once that we know of, though possibly other times also.
Okay. And where are the Palisades?
Just outside of Big Pine, you access them from Big Pine, just south of here.
Okay. And the Palisades have quite a history. I mean, I myself, that's where I got my schooling and became a mountain guide before I went to the Karakorums. Have you guys been guiding in the Palisades for part of your careers, or?
Yeah, much of my own work is in the summertime.
Right.
Is in the Palisades. You know, 3-4 days a week. Oftentimes up there guiding the 14,000 foot peaks and the other more obscure routes as well.
And you, Ian? Where you guide?
Yeah, probably the same. I spend a fair amount of time on Mount Whitney, but much of the rest of the season, especially in the summer.
Okay.
For me, to spend in the Palisades, yeah.
So now the Palisades are really, there's not many quote-unquote easy routes, and so to do that in the winter, you guys must have been fully clothed and gloves and all that.
Yeah, I mean, even here in sunny California, the high altitude stuff is full on winter. You know, boots and gloves and big puffy jackets and warm sleeping bag, the whole kit.
And in some of these images we're looking at, you actually brought a little tent.
Yeah, you know, I mean, being out there for 4 nights over, I think over at least 12,000 feet every night, you know, and going all day, we needed to recover.
Right.
You know, and need to get a good night's rest, and having a tent, even a really cozy one like we had, was pretty crucial to that process, I think.
So what did you guys take away from this? I mean, congratulations, but what did you guys use new equipment or a different technique? How did it work?
We put a lot into the planning. I think that was what we had most in our favor. In the end, it was really hard to be out there for that amount of time at that altitude and those conditions. But it felt like we were simply executing a good plan in the end. We spent a whole year planning this out, training. Both of us went in fitter than either of us had ever been before, which I think was key. So planning, fitness, and then good weather. The difficulties were definitely the sustained time at altitude, cold conditions, and climbing in gloves and boots.
Right.
In this technical terrain, sustained, long technical terrain.
And since you guys have guided in there, it wasn't like you didn't know the neighborhood.
Yeah, and that was kind of key, especially towards the last half of the traverse was a section of mountains that we were both very familiar with.
Right.
So it was nice to kind of get to there and feel like we were really on comfortable ground and knew exactly where we were going and what we were going to do most of the time. Yeah.
Wow.
Ian had done the whole thing in summertime as well.
Oh, wow.
So we're the first ones to do it in winter, and Ian's probably the first one to ever do the route twice.
That's great.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any, what's next up on the scoreboard? Now that you got this under your belt, that's pretty...
There's always more. There's always bigger things.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for Jed specifically on this, but I mean, this is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I don't think I've ever devoted as much time or mental energy to preparing for a climb before. And I hadn't really thought about what I was going to do now. So really lately I've just been eating a lot of food.
And getting back. I know from my years in the Karakoram that in '84, we were above 16,000 feet for 70 days.
Whoa.
I lost 63 pounds. Need to lose weight? Get dysentery and go to Pakistan.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thanks for coming on the show, and we'll have you back when you do another first ascent.